Yo, yo.
Yo, what's good?
What's good, bro? How you been? How you been?
I mean, great, man. I just woke up, as you can probably tell, but yeah, life's been pretty good recently. Ain't gonna lie.
What's your sleeping schedule like, bro? Because I know you're, UK. So, like, what is it? Like, I feel like you're always on Eastern time. So,
Yeah, my schedule is completely like just upside down, inside out. So recently, I've been waking up at like 3 p.m., trying to go gym around like 4 or 5, and then start streaming about 7 p.m., and then
mm,
end around like 3 a.m., stay up for a bit, and then go sleep around like 6 a.m. When
okay.
everyone's waking up, ready for the day, about to go on the train, go to work, I'm going to sleep.
You're going to sleep. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, it's good night.
Well, bro, I got this podcast, you know what I'm saying, where I'm like, interviewing people who's aspired me, not alone just, GTA, just overall just streaming and like people that I see that like, go hard and just like, damn, how did he do that? So I just wanted to be able to sit down with you and just kind of chop it up, ask you a few questions, you know what I'm saying, if you don't mind that.
What kind of question is that? Do I mind that? You have done so much for me, my brother. Of course I don't mind that. Like, I'm
Brother,
down.
you've
I'm
done
always
you've
down.
done a lot for me, man. So it's crazy how we've built a relationship since I've been banned.
Unexpected as well, out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
out of nowhere. It was kind of like what do they call it? Divine interventions or some shit like that. I don't know. You know what I
Something
mean?
like that, yeah. But no, 100%. I mean, how did it start off? I think you wanted to do a song while you were in the city. You started talking a little bit. You needed some advice about your gang going to a war with
Oh
who was it?
yeah, yeah. We was like so when we first came in the server, we was like the little dogs, and then it's
Yeah.
kind of like the Vargos was kind of like, and we was trying to avoid the war because you start war, that's how you get banned, ironically. And then I
Oh
was like,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, I was like to you, what do I do in this situation? And you gave me like, that's kind of like how the relationship all started. Like you gave me like this crazy advice, like avoid it at all costs, but if it knocks on your doorstep, you gotta defend yourself by any means.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, then make the first move, and then no one can really like say anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Then we spoke. I think that was like one of our only interactions in game at that point. And then I
No,
think you are.
no, 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 no.
Oh,
We had one. We had okay. So we spoke that time. No, a
yeah.
couple times we spoke. So we spoke that time, and then remember the time we were at the Vinewood Bowl, and you was talking to me and Sparky, and me and Sparky put out that song Wu
Oh
Chang Finest.
yeah, 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 yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah, and then you sent me something in the Discord of you rapping. You're like, yo, what do you think about it? And then that's how we like came. And then um one time I hit you up, I was in the server and you're like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm by myself. You're like, yo, you can't be by yourself, bro. And then you made me come to the compound, and I hanged out with what's his name?
Anto, right?
Anto and
Anto,
CJ.
yeah.
CJ.
DJ, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember this
yeah.
actually.
You've been a good dude from time, bro. From time. And
Because
then
them interactions, they weren't like crazy, crazy or anything that would like cement like a friendship or
yeah,
like something like that.
exactly.
You know, they were just like passing by and just like looking out for each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, but until you got banned, then it got like
yeah.
super
I
crazy.
got banned, and then you hit me up. You messaged me and you said, "Yo, you good?" Because remember we was talking about a song, right? Remember I said let's do a song, and
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
hit me
yeah.
up like 2 weeks later, and you're like, "Yo, you good?" or something like, and I'm like, "Yo, I got banned." You're like, "What?" And then I was like, "Yeah, I got banned," and you're like, and then you found out the reason why, and then like from there the rest was history, brother.
It was from there that we started making too nice, and then we just started talking on a daily. Tried
now,
to get you on
now,
band so many times.
now we almost
But
have an album, bro. What you mean?
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You got my producer talking about you, and he's never met you or nothing. He's like,
It's
"Yeah, yo, my boy
insane.
going hard, yo." I was like, "Yeah."
We have
So,
some bangers in the locker still.
brother, I'm proud of you on that last one, though, bro. I was like,
Really?
"Yeah, you
I mean,
did."
I think I've been trying to like. I think I've kind of found like the flow somewhat. Still working on it, but like the lyrics in that one, I think a little bit more crazier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do like that one because I feel like you embraced yourself, Like it's hard to embrace yourself on a record. Like it always takes some
Yeah,
time. Like like you'll know yourself, but to like how do you like put that on a record? So that one when I heard, I was like, you know,
I appreciate it. If you don't know what we're talking about, we got a song called Destiny coming out hopefully soon. I don't know when, but it's a good one. It's a summer banger, even though it's winter now. But
hey man, we heat up the sun. We heat up the winter, bro. Hey, you
yeah, you
feel
know how
me?
we do it.
I'm in Miami, so it's always summer here. So
True, true. And I'm in London, where it's always winter here. So
yo, so yeah. So I kind of want to ask you like, obviously you've told me this before, but I just kind of want to dig a little deep into it. Like, so how did the whole? Because I remember you telling me it was kind of like UK and uh it was like UK and Big D at first.
yeah, so you just want to know like the roots of how everything
Like,
started.
yeah, the roots. Like, yo, your first day coming in the city, like how you met K and like how that all, because I'm sure you met numerous people, but like how that gel happened.
Well, it started a long ass time, like 4 or 5 years ago now, which is insane to think about. But this was when I was going uni as well. I used to do computer science.
Mm.
I used to go uni during the day and then play GTA at night. But I also started off. I used to be a part of the FIFA community. I
Oh,
used to
okay,
play
okay,
FIFA a lot. And I used to be a mod for a guy named Castro 1021.
okay, okay.
And then that pretty much led to me finding like a bunch of like cool dudes. J1 FIFA King. I don't know if anyone knows him, but he would play FIFA and he would tell me like, "Yo, you know what we should do?" Because FIFA around like August time, FIFA gets pretty dead, so we didn't really know what to play. I would go uni, come back for a few hours, didn't really have anything to play, so I'd like just chill. He recommended GTA RP. I was like, "What the like? How can you do GTA and then take it seriously and then role playing it?" It made no sense to me. The concept made no sense. I've never done it before. Some people may say I have never done it even now, but
Nah,
yes, but
nah, they can't say that.
But yeah, so the guy named Jay, he put me on GTA RP and we went into our first server, which was like Twitch RP or something like that. And I went in and the first thing I did was blow up like 6 people at a weed farm. I just shot like them red barrels that
Yeah,
like blow
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
blew 6 of them up, got insta banned, and everyone was like, "Bro, chill, you can't just be doing that." I was like, "It's GTA though. They can't just
So
like
you you
respawn."
you thought it was like GTA Online?
I thought it was like GTA Online, just a little bit more like regulated. You know, GTA Online it gets crazy. People out here just
Yeah,
rockets,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
helicopters. I thought roleplay was like still GTA, but like you just can't go around like just killing people for no reason, even though that's what I did on my first day. But I did it. I got banned, and then we got into No Pixel. And believe it or not, I did the same thing my first day ever. I killed like 4 people, and then I got banned. But then I put a ban appeal in, and I got unbanned in the first week. And
Nice.
this was when No Pixel was absolutely nothing.
It was
It
like
was like
32
30
people,
players,
right? Yeah.
32 people
Yeah.
max, no streamers, nothing, just an empty server. And then eventually we made a gang. And then
So what was
just
the gang
one
called?
day,
Do you
the
remember?
gang was called The Family. We used to wear purple. We used to, I was, I remember it
Hey,
pretty
the
clearly.
family.
OG baller. But yes, it was The Family. And then Mr. K, or, well, Mr. K, but Mr. Chang at the time,
Hmm.
he came into the server. And I guess he had like very, very little reputation because everyone just thought he was like what they used to say back then was call someone a shitlord if they were bad at role play, just there to do shootouts, hold banks, rob banks, just pretty much a criminal nowadays would be called a shitlord back then.
Okay, I got you.
And it'd be looked down on a bad light. So Mr. K came around and it was him and Garrett. I think they met in another server at a strip club or the VU.
Yeah.
So they both came into No Pixel and they had a few other people with them, but something happened with all of them. I don't know exactly what, but they're not around anymore. So they were together. They were chilling at, Yellow Jack in Sandy Shores. They were just chilling there.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I pulled
yeah.
up with my gang. All my gang dipped, and I just chilled there. I was just talking to them, like, "Yo, what's good?" We were just making fun of each other, just naturally, just like
Just banter.
banter out of nowhere. And
Yeah.
then they dipped. I dipped. I went back with my gang, whatever. And then the thing about Mr. K or Chang back then was he had this reputation of being a shitlord. and so did I. And no one wanted to really like role play with us. It was mainly like just stuck up civs back then that thought they were better than everyone. Thought that their role play was at a higher standard. So they'd pretty much tell everyone, like people like us, to, like fuck off, leave the server. You don't bring any use to the server.
So you
And
guys
this
were
and the
you guys
third.
were like the castaways.
Actually, yeah, the castaways. No one really fucked with us at all, and it was just like we'd get branched off. No one would like role play with us, apart from cops, which was funny. But back then, the cops were a lot different. You had people
Mm.
like Frank, Tribble. So they'd actually role play with us a lot. But apart from the cops, no one would really role play with us, and yeah, we were the castaways. And then there was this one moment at Legion Square where it was me and Kay just chilling there, and there was like six like civs. I don't remember exactly like their names, but they were just chilling there, and they told me and Kay to leave the server and to leave Legion Square. No one fucks with us. And then Kay told them, "Listen, one day, I promise you, you guys gonna be sucking my ass or something like that. Like one day you will be banged down to me, and you will remember this day."
Damn.
And
So
then obviously
people
the rest
people
is
was giving it
history.
up like that, like telling y'all
They
like,
didn't want us on the server. They wanted us gone. Yeah, that's how we met. And then after that, it was just like slow interactions. We do bangs here and there, and then it just built up, built up. And then it was originally it was me, Taco, like the original from now, like the ones who are still around now. It'd be
mm-hmm.
me, Taco, Garrett, and Kay. And then Big D joined, and then Vinny joined, and then Rami was actually the last member to join in terms of like OGs. And
Yeah.
then after that, we just built up, built up, built up, built up, and then now we're here.
So you kind of mentioned how like every the only people that like kind of RP'd with you was like the cops, and like everybody was
Yeah,
like against you because they quote unquote looked at you like shitlords, right?
yeah.
So after, like you said, you guys like the OGs got together, like how did the whole blow up come? Because you said like Summit came and he said, "Nah, I want to fuck with you guys," type shit, or like how did that kind of like how did that relationship form, or like what happened in there?
Before I
Because
get into that, I'll talk about like how I got into streaming because that's where it really started.
okay, so you were
So
streaming before that then?
no, I wasn't.
No, you were streaming before Summit came.
No, actually.
Oh no, shit. All right, explain.
So as I said, I used to go uni a lot.
Yeah,
Well, I had to obviously. I completed it. Went uni and I'd come home around like 6 p.m. and I'd only be able to get on for like 2, 3 hours before I'd get super tired and I had to get off. And I was just honestly just enjoying uni life, going out and shit. So I'd get on for a bit, chill okay, get off, go on for a bit, chill okay, get off. But at this time, Kay was streaming to like 3 or 4 people. Literally no one, pretty much nothing.
and this
I'm
was
pretty sure it was
Twitch,
like
right? This was
this
Twitch.
was Twitch, yeah.
Okay.
Back then it was Twitch. And he was streaming to absolutely no one. But I didn't really like care about any of that because I was just enjoying like actual life. So I didn't really know much about streaming in terms of actually being a streamer. I knew about like watching, but like in terms of actually streaming, I had no interest of doing it. I didn't really know how it worked and like just thought I could never do it. But
Yeah.
K would stream and then so he'd gain like 3 people to like 5 people to 10 people. And this is not like day by day, this is weeks by weeks.
So this
And
is
K
like
would
months. Like he's going hard every day, like nonstop.
this guy wouldn't take a day off even to 3 people
Jesus.
or 3 viewers. No days off, literally not one day off. I think he didn't take a day off for at least a year. I'm not exaggerating that. It was either a year or a year and a half. He didn't take a day off, whether it was 3 people, 10 people, 100 viewers. He didn't take a day off since I can remember. Like him taking a day off was a big fucking deal. Like something either happened, some family issues, or like he was either
Something,
sick.
something, yeah,
Like just
anything,
something
yeah, yeah,
happened for
yeah,
him to take a day off.
yeah.
And then so he was just streaming, doing his thing. I'd get on, get off. And then slowly and slowly, he'd gain a little following. And he'd gain more and more and more. And then Garrett was just a big YouTuber at the time, which I didn't know about.
Yeah.
But Garrett also used to do YouTube. I guess like Garrett's people went over to Kevin's. And eventually I'd start getting messages like, why don't you stream? Do you stream? Why aren't you streaming? Stream right now. Stream. And I'm like, nah, man, it's not for me. I just want to just have fun, get on and dip. I can't sit here and entertain people and like talk to people and stuff. And then it was like, I remember it was just a one random Saturday. I don't think, I think we were doing a jewelry store. And it was Kay, me, and like two other people that I can't remember right now. I just randomly was like, okay, so how do I set up my stream? And I set it up. I had like 10 people and they were all talking. I was like, what? It's kind of cool. It's kind of nice. Just chilling. I'm just doing my thing. There's people there just talking. But I wouldn't really talk to chat a lot because I wasn't really used to it. I was
Yeah.
kind of just like streaming and I'd look over and see people talking, but I didn't really like talk back. I was just letting them do their thing. You know, I was kind of like just playing the game. I had a stream up and that was it. There were two separate things to me. I
Yeah.
was just playing the game and more people came and like eventually I got around to like 100 people and Rami was also doing this at the time. And me and him, we were trying to push for a partner.
Mm.
But our schedules were so bad, we could only fit in like 3 to 4 streams a day.
You
No,
mean a
3 to 4
week?
hours.
Oh, three
Three
to
to
four
four
hours.
hours
Okay.
a day max,
Yeah.
if we got lucky. So we stream and then we'd end and we're like trying to push for a partner. We got a partner, but we were still only streaming to like 100, 200 people at the time.
You're saying
And
only,
Summit,
man. That's huge, man. That's huge.
well, no, it's huge. Don't get me
Cause
wrong.
you kind of skipped a little part though, because you said you was like 3 viewers. So like, what was it like? What was going on in your head when you're like, oh 20, oh 40, oh 80, oh partner 100? Like, was you just
You know,
like, oh I deserve this, or were you like, damn, this is crazy?
you know what? Actually, I want to show you. Can you show like pictures on screen?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
One sec. I'm gonna show you something like from the OG days. See that picture? That was a viewer that DM'd me when I only had like five, I believe, 5 to 10 views at the time. And you can pretty much tell I had no confidence in myself. And he pretty much asked me, hey, when are you making a Discord? I said, I mean, no one's joining. What's the point? He said, I feel like you're underestimating yourself. I'm sure most of Kevin's people would go. I said, what do I do with it, lol? Like, I had no clue, like Discord streaming, nothing
Yeah.
in terms of being a streamer. And then I say, and then this guy, he says, I guess you're right. It's kind of pointless. What until, or I guess he meant wait until you really pop off on Twitch. I told him, I won't pop off, lol. I like having a chill chat, so I don't mind. And then he said, you won't if you don't stream. And because of that,
I'm gonna put that on the screen. So
put it on the screen so they can
yeah,
see. But because of that, this message here,
yeah,
and the so increases from 5 to 10 to 10 to 15 to 15 to 20. I
hmm
kept throwing, even though like I saw slow, and don't get me wrong, this wasn't over like a week, 2 weeks. This was like 3 to 4 months of streaming,
yeah,
maybe even more of just streaming to like 10 people, 15 people, 30 people, and it would slowly go up. But I saw, as long as I saw an incline, my mentality was, okay, we're getting better, we're doing better. Just keep consistent with it, keep going. Even the days where like I didn't want to do it, I would just get on after uni super tired, but I'd still do it just because if I'm entertaining 30 people, that's 30 people. And at the time, it's like, holy fuck, you got to be grateful for it. And it motivated me more to
amen.
just keep going and going and going. And I didn't want to let people down because like my mentality is I like to prove people wrong.
hmm
So like, with streaming, there's a lot of people that prey on your downfall, and a lot of them, even when you're a smaller streamer, they like to see you just like either be like stagnant, not move, don't grow anymore.
Yeah,
So like random people would come in, talk shit, and I would talk a lot of shit back to them. But and I kind of still do nowadays, which isn't good, but that's just me. It's just like always like this mentality of proving people wrong. So every time someone would come in and saying, bro, you're streaming to 10 people, what the fuck are you doing? There's no point. Or your roleplay shit, you shit lord, this and the third.
yeah.
But honestly, just made me want to keep going and keep going. And then eventually I kept going. And then Summit came to the server, and at the time I only had like 50 to 100 viewers.
Okay. So you was
Not only, but
you was you was partnered at this time, no?
I was partnered, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Between like 50 to 100 viewers at the time. And then Summit joined. And it wasn't like Summit picked a like roll with us or anything like that. It all happened naturally. He was just rolling around. He used to roll around with Bo. Shout out to him. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace,
A
bro.
legend. He made so many people's lives change just by bringing Summit onto the server,
Big
showing
facts, big
Summit
facts.
around. Honestly, making Summit enjoy roleplay because of Bo initially. And also, I think he gave Summit the confidence of like coming out of his bubble and just like talking to whoever. But yeah, so he'd roll around with Bo. I think her name was Gremlin or something like that. They'd roll around and we met like naturally
Yeah.
through Bo. And then he started rolling with us slowly, and we just clicked. And he honestly liked our vibe, the crazy shit we would do, the plans, everything.
So,
And
so all the people, so all the people he could have clicked up in the server, right? Because
yeah,
some is big, and I'm sure there was a lot of like maybe clout chasing. I'm not sure. I don't want to put that out there, but all the people he could have clicked up with. Why do you feel like he connected with you guys? Was it more just like out of some like genuine shit, just like you guys were just like peer to him? Like, what do you think?
I think what it really comes down to is even before Summit came on the server, we
Hmm.
were still doing the shit that he enjoyed. So before Summit came, we were still doing crazy plans. We were still doing insane holdouts. We were still trying to be as creative as we can with getaways, with shootouts, with just role playing in general, getting people involved. Like as a group, even when we had very little viewers and we didn't make any money off like any of this stuff, there was no benefit to playing on NoPixel. There was no benefit to really streaming. Like it didn't really like financially and like realistically, it didn't really benefit us at all at the time. But we would still put all our efforts into it and put all our
Yeah,
efforts into NoPixel and streaming, even when we didn't have much return back. I think that genuine like I ain't gonna lie, we did have a love for roleplay at the time. I mean, maybe we still do nowadays, but forget about nowadays. But back then, we had a genuine like love for it and like enjoyment out of it. I think that enjoyment, that genuine like behavior, when Summit came, it was like, holy fuck, these guys are dope as fuck. They do these crazy plans, these crazy getaways, these crazy shootouts. They're insane, and it wasn't like forced because we were just so used to it. It was natural to us to just do stuff like that. We didn't just do it because Summit was there. We were doing it even before, way before Summit was there, or anyone on the, like big on the server was there.
yeah. So it was like
So I think that that helped a lot.
it was like whatever to you, it was like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this regardless. Yeah.
we were just doing our thing, and then he honestly enjoyed it a lot. He liked our mentalities. I mean, I guess he thought we were funny as fuck. And then that's when like the first boom ever happened, and he started raiding, hosting us, and forever grateful for Summit for everything he's done for us.
So what was that part like? So Summit comes in now. You guys grow this
Yeah,
bond. It's cool. Everything's natural. Obviously you know who Summit is at this time.
100%.
Um, and then he starts rating you. So like, what changes in the aspects? You said you was at like 100 viewers at that time. Like,
Mm.
where's your mindset at? And now when your views start climbing, like what's happening?
So I was a big fan of Summit. So as I said, I wasn't a
Shout out Summit.
streamer.
Shout out Summit.
Huge shout out. I was always a viewer. So I always just knew the viewer side of things, not the streamer side. And I remember this day very clearly. It was me and Summit, and I wasn't streaming at the time. I was just playing offline with him. He was streaming, and I turned my stream on, and it was me and him outside the hospital, and we stole a undercover cop car. And back then, stealing a cop car, you would have got super fucked if you got caught. Like a
Yeah.
long time in prison, high fine. Like it was really like a no-no. I
Hmm.
was like, you know what? Let me just try it. And back then, there was a mechanic in the game where you'd have like a random chance of finding keys in the. I think it might be still in the game. But you have a random chance of finding the keys of the vehicle. It was like a low chance of finding the keys in the vehicle, and then you can take the car without having to lockpick it or hotwire or anything. You just find the keys. And out of nowhere, and I'm telling you, this was like a 5% chance of finding the keys. I go into the cop car in front of him. I get the keys. I drive off. It was a blacked out like shafter. And there
Yeah.
was a 5% chance of me getting the keys without hotwiring it. I leave. And he's like, bro, this dude is funny as fuck. I pick him up. We start going around trolling people in the cop car. Or, yeah, in the UC car. We start having a good time. We get chased. We evade cops. We're doing all this shit. And then by the end of it, he ended his stream. He raided me. And I remember this so clearly. And my chat was going, brrrr, but my PC was like getting fucked. Like
It
I
was
had such a shit
overloaded.
PC. It was
Overloaded.
eating up. So and my stream bitrate went down so low. My stream was lagging. And I was like, fucking up. But I couldn't like, I was so grateful. And I was like, just like super happy. And it just motivated me more. And people were like, you're funny as fuck, dude. Don't give up. Keep going. Like, we love you. And like, you're so good at what you do. And just all these positive like comments coming from the raid. And I still remember them very clearly. I had like someone dropped like 5 tier 1 gifted subs. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you okay? Like, you want a refund? Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
literally asked him, like, yo, bro, if you want me to send it back, trust me, I got you, but I'll do it right now. There was like subs coming in, and I'm like, what is like happening right now? Like, I couldn't process it because it was like so surreal to me that one, all the comments coming in, two, people like their hard-earned money that they grind for every day with their subbing to me, and my overlay, my like animations for like people sub, it was so fucking bad. It was literally like scribbles saying thank you. It was like so like bootleg.
Yeah.
And it's probably like I want to find it. It was basically like a little racing car that'd come up on screen, and then the guy would pop out and say thank you for the subs or something like that. And it was like, but in like a cartoon version, they're just very poorly drawn and stuff. But yeah, and that first raid hit so different because one, it's like a streamer that you've been watching for so long,
Yeah.
a streamer you've looked up to, a streamer that, and I didn't want to stream. Like I didn't have no intention of being a streamer. I didn't start to be a streamer. I just streamed because people would just be like, just throw up, just throw up, just throw up, just do it, just put stream up.
So okay, so would you say more or less like it was kind of like you got into it like, why not? But like you didn't go
Exactly.
into it in like a serious intent like I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this. It wasn't like that. It was just like all like organic per se.
There was no game plan. There was no like, okay, I'm gonna stream this day, do that. I'm gonna do this that day. I'm gonna stream at this time, end at this time, and make sure I'm always here. It was literally like I'd get some DM saying, "Bro, can you just put your stream?" I'll just do it. I'd also do crazy stuff that people wanted to see my point of view.
Yeah.
So I just like whenever I could get into the server because I didn't have prior at the time when Summit blew up and the server got super full. Whenever I could, I was on. If it was for an hour, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, I'll just throw up stream and just let it run and not really do much. Just let it run, see what happens.
So wait, the server was full back then, and you couldn't get in, so it was like a prior. You needed a prior and stuff, I guess.
So back then there was actually no prior. So before Summit joined, to get into the server, you'd have to keep like hitting your mouse button to join the server and then see if someone would leave. So there was no queue system. You'd have to just keep spamming your mouse, keep clicking to trying to join. It's
That
like
is crazy.
if you want to know in the 5M website right now or the 5M app,
Yeah.
yeah, you click to join a server.
Yeah, yeah. You press connect. Yeah.
You have to keep doing that over and over again. There was no queue to get in, and
Damn.
then if you were lucky and someone left at the time you clicked, then you'd get in. Or sometimes you'd get in, but then two people would try join at the same time and it'd boot you out, and it'll put you to the back.
So there was no like. So what about crash?
No
Like there was
queue.
no crash prior, no nothing like
No,
that.
if you crash, GG, brother, go wait another 8 hours.
Jeez.
And then Summit came, they added a queue system, and I had no prior then. So I could only get in at restarts, but I had to go uni, so I could barely get in.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Cause when I was in the server, bro, like we was in queue from like, cause the restarts at like 2, so I get in queue at like 2, and I probably get in at like 10:30, 11. It was bad, bro, but
It
we
was
was
so bad.
it was thugging it out. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then
100%.
or we'd go on like the late night one, the EU one, I guess.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd wait in queue till 7 a.m. So sometimes I'd be like up for 24 hours just to get in the server. But
100%.
it is what it is. But I didn't know you had to like do all of that. That's crazy.
Yes,
From
you
back
have to do all
then.
of that. I had no prior. Then I got a cop character, which gave me prior. But my dumbass, I'd use the cop prior to get in on Crim. And then I'd play Crim for a bit, stream, and then dip. And
Oh,
I kept doing
you
that. And
finessed
then
the system.
I finessed the system, but I got fired for it.
Oh.
I lost my cop character, which completely destroyed it. Well, not destroyed, but like it stopped me from getting into the server. This was the time that this was after Summit raided me. And I lost a lot of like game time and like play time. So my streams were like going down. And I had no motivation because it's rough. Like I have to wait like 10 plus hours in the queue, especially because Summit joined. Initially, that made everyone want to join. And then the queues were super full. Everyone was trying to get in. It was literally impossible to get
Yeah,
in.
now you hype. You're like, yo, man, like, and now you can't get in. So now you feeling like shit.
Yeah, now it's like, stream slowly dying. I'm here like struggling to do uni work and stuff. So it's like, whatever, I'll go focus on uni for a bit,
Yeah.
or like just like do that, and then I would just get in randomly, and then we had one massive holdout in an FIB building against Soze and Bass. I think there's a clip still out there, and then after that day, I think I had like the prior I've got now. Like we shocked like Coil and Soze so much. It was like this was like the dopest shoot I've ever been a part of. It's creative. It was good. It was intense. It was like a movie pretty much. And it was like holy fucking all of us. We got like good prior since then. And then
Yeah,
it was pretty easy for me to get in.
it's crazy because I don't I like I've been on both sides, like, because I kind of like got into like the whole GTA stuff maybe a year and a half plus ago, and then
Yeah.
I heard about you guys, like, that's the bar, right? Like I had a boy that used to send me videos, and like, yo, these guys are creative, and like I realized, like, even actually being in the game,
Yeah.
it is so hard to be continuously creative, and like the way you guys just know how to like make content, like even when you came to trenches with me, like you could make content like out of thin air, like you're just like, it's like in your mind, like it's kind of like how with me with music, right? It's like, oh, I hear beat,
Yeah. It's
bomb
just
bomb, but
there.
like you just have that, like you all have it, right? But obviously I'm talking to you right now. You just
Yeah.
have this thing where, and like you're in every day, like that's why I gotta ask you, man. Like, do you get burnt out?
So I think with me is my personality's always just kind of been the same, just outgoing and just like trying to do dumb shit, even since I was young. So it's not like abnormal or like I don't have to try hard to like make someone laugh or do dumb shit or just like kind of be funny with it and just go up to people and just say random stuff.
Yeah,
Because even like in person, or that's just how I am. So it's kind of easy for me. In terms of being burnt out, 100%. The thing is, the server goes up and down. You'll have your highs of people, so many people in, so many people logging in, big streamers, big that. But then you have your lows where nothing's going on. It's rough. The server barely fills up. No one's playing on it. But the thing is, yes, you get burnt out, but end of the day, GTA is the game that put me like on the map, that gave me the platform, and it's what I'm good at. So even the days where I'm like, bro, I can't be bothered to get on the server, I don't want to do it.
yeah,
And I think recently nowadays I'm a bit more like easier to like get off the server and do something else. But
hmm,
before, the days where it was rough, I'd still get on because one, that's what my viewers love. Two, it was a thing I was good at. And it's like going to the gym, right? If you go to the gym consistently, you'll see results, right?
amen, amen.
But if you take that one day off, the 2 days off, 2 days off a week, I'll actually maybe I'll have a cheat meal today and
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah,
Then I'll go gym Friday. And if you do that, you won't see no results. You won't see no consistency. And the difference that like Changang and like me and our group has is that when the server was at its lows, we didn't give up. We didn't like just leave it. We didn't try to find the next big thing. We were consistent with it, which honestly I think helped us in the long run because I think the viewers that liked roleplay, that liked watching like the bigger streamers, they enjoyed watching roleplay, but their streamer didn't really enjoy playing it. But they'd go to a different game. And then the people who'd stay behind, because we were doing crazy shit, we actually, I think this might be crazy to say, but I think we actually got more exposure when the server was dead because the viewers of like Summit, XUC, the bigger viewers, or the biggest streamer viewers, they wanted to watch someone that was role playing and doing crazy shit. So they'd probably come to us and watch us, which is why our numbers were honestly higher when the server seemed dead at the time. This was like a year or two ago.
yeah,
So I think us grinding through the periods of, oh, bro, the server's so boring. No one's playing on it, but we just got to get on and just do it. The consistency is what helped us build like the brand we are now. I honestly believe that.
yeah. Because the brand is definitely strong, and like, because like sometimes I see like one or two times you guys might take like a week off, or and you
Yeah.
you see it, like you don't see nothing on YouTube. Like, you know what I'm
Well,
saying? And like the
true.
numbers don't lie. Like anytime you guys are on, if it's cop or it's not and or crim, like it's all on YouTube. Like the clips, they go, like people want to see it. But with that, you guys also, with anything good, you create bad, right? So you create the
100%.
opposition. So, you know, you guys have a loyal fan base because, you know, I've witnessed it. A lot of them hit me up and stuff and be like, you know, but you guys also have um an insane amount of haters, right?
Yeah.
Um, you know, I call them you know, they self-project a lot, you know. And how do you handle that, and does it affect your mental, you know, when you see these comments, you see stuff like, you know, Reddit, and you know
Yeah.
it's built just to, you know, farm, because at the end of the day, you know, they farm the hate viewers from you guys, right?
Yes,
So
you're not wrong.
how does that affect you? Like, are you used to it, or does it fuck you up? Like, how does that affect you?
So I do want to say one thing. I think because of last year when the 3.0 came out, there was that really big boom where like huge streamers came on.
Mm-hmm.
I think people only saw the past year of our career. Like from now to like a year ago when 3.0 came out, they only see um obviously the past year, right? So they make their judgments based on the year, but they forget that sure we're taking a bit more days off now. We take 1 or 2 days off. Sure, at the end of the month we take 3 or 4 days off. We take a weekend off to go chill and enjoy real like IRL and like have a good time and take more days off, and we're a bit more relaxed with how things do, and we've earned it. They forget the
100%.
dedication, the time, the effort, the grinding we did for not 1 year, not 2 years, but like 3 to 4 years. We were grinding hard every day, missing like a lot of social aspects of our lives, missing a lot of like just day to day interactions with IRL people, just to stay on the grind, stay focused on streaming, stream on a server that was pretty dead that no one wanted to play on at times. There was ups, there was downs. We would stay consistent through it all. And yes, people would be like, "Oh, it's just streaming. It's not that hard. It's not rough." If you try streaming every day, 8 hours, without taking a day off on a game that no one wants to play, like not
Insane.
many people play on top of that, 8 hours consistent content where you have to try and come up with your own thing. It's not like Valorant. It's not like FIFA. You just play the game and the content's already there. You just do this. You can just play like 20 matches of Valorant, 5 games of FIFA. COD is just like, you shoot people. You have to actively be willing to go around, one, talk to people, two, create content for people, role play with people every day when the server was dead and no one wanted to do it. I think people forget like the dedication and how much time we actually put into NoPixel and how much we also help build the foundation of like the NoPixel empire. And I do believe we are a big like representation of that, whether people like it or not, because of how
Believe you
hard we've
are.
worked.
You are. You owned it,
We
man.
are, yeah, exactly. So nowadays, the hate, like they come off what they see for the past year, and like this is why like they haven't seen our full journey. So I will always like be true to this. Like if someone doesn't like me, doesn't fuck with me, or they don't like hate me, or if they hate me and they don't like, the gang or whatever, if they don't know the full journey, they don't know the full experience. If they don't know everything about me, they don't know everything about Kevin, they don't know everything about Rami, then their comments are literally just meaningless. There's no like truth behind it. So I'm pretty thick skinned, but I'm thick skinned, but I have a bad like habit of proving people wrong. So if I see a bad comment in chat, or if I see a bad comment somewhere, I instantly just want to be like, bro, you fucking you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Like, what are you on about? Like, I've done all of this. I like to prove myself. You know what I mean? Like prove
Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
people, even though them people don't deserve it. But yeah, for me, it doesn't affect me. Like actually, like in the moment, I'll just be like, bro, you're dumb as fuck. We do this, we've done that. Try to disprove their comment. But in the long run, it doesn't affect me at all. But at the start, when I started streaming and I saw these dumb comments, it's like I didn't go on like I didn't stream, and I used to be like, because let's be honest, a lot of people live their lives on the internet
Yeah.
in
100%.
terms of trying to be something or like act the way they wouldn't act in real life. Like in person, no one is gonna come up to me and say, "You're a dog shit streamer. Why the fuck did you do this to my favorite character?"
Not at all, bro. Not at
And
all.
no one is saying that. Like maybe they do say, but I really doubt. Even maybe not me because I don't really show myself. But no one is
Slim,
going up to
slim,
Kevin
slim, slim chance.
or
Slim chance.
Rami
Yeah.
or like anyone and being like, "Bro, I can't believe you did this to XQC on that day, or you did this to my favorite cop on that day in roleplay." Like fuck you. So
So so you,
People.
so you're more like,
Right.
yo, if it ain't real, if it ain't like real, like if it's on the internet, I'm it's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like, sure, I'll try to disprove it, and I'll be like, "Yo, what are you on about?" But in the long run, as a whole, the next day it won't matter. The internet just keeps moving. It moves at such a fast pace. Like, none of this shit matters, man. Like,
So do you think though, like it's like, because you guys have this these haters, do you think that like other streamers use that for their potential to, quote unquote farm, like, okay, well, you know I know there's a bunch of people that don't like CG, so let me hop on that bandwagon and I can farm like these viewers too, because they're still essentially, if there was no CG, there wouldn't be these hating viewers. So it's
yeah,
essentially, it all comes from you. You know what I mean? So do you think other streamers uh kind of use that for that purpose, or like what's your view on that?
my view is
And you don't
in the
have to say
streaming.
too much too. Like,
I won't
yeah,
go too crazy,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like, my opinion in the streaming world, people will do anything they can to get on top. Whether it's fucking your own boys over, whether it's being like doing sneaky shit, whether it's, and I'm not saying it happens every time and all the time, but you'd be dumb to think that everyone is happy, everyone is good, everyone doesn't plan like how they want to like build their streams. And I don't know 100%. I can't say 100%, but I've been like in GTA. I've been playing it a lot, so I understand the mechanics a lot. I've been streaming and doing GTA a lot, so I can really tell when someone's like abusing a mechanic or just trying to like act like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, or no, it wasn't my bad. To like farm either reaction or to farm the hate views. I do think there are definitely people out there that are like, hey, I don't fuck with CG, but they have a large amount of people that hate him. There's a lot of people that are opposite to them. Maybe if I do something to them, I'll get, even if I get like a bunch of hoppers, that's like ad revenue. Like, there's definitely people out there. Yeah, I believe it. That use like the hate to benefit them. And then honestly, I mean, if it's giving you food on your table and that's where you want to go around things, I mean, fuck it, bro.
No,
What can you do?
I hear that, and I can only like, I only can speak on my point of view when I see a lot of hate or something happens, and I see
Yeah,
people, it does affect me because I'm like, yo, like people don't even like know these guys, like even the way you guys have helped me, like I had no history with CG, no nothing, and I'm talking about you, K, Rami, P, uh, Vinny, everybody, Jalen, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just
yeah,
supported me over this like 8 months, and just like, how could you not say this person is genuine? That's why I feel like the hate is like actually hate, because it has to be like, oh man, like I wish I was this person, because it's like I know, and there's thousands of other streamers that like, oh fuck, what, who cares what happened to Zolo? I don't give a fuck. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But for somebody
yeah,
to come out their way and be like, you guys got thousands and thousands of views. You guys made it. In the streaming world, you guys made it. And to be like, what happened to him? Nah, fuck with him. Like, let me come to a ground
yeah,
level. Like, bro, like to me, like nobody can say nothing bad about you guys, and it will never happen to me, because I'll be like, it don't make sense, because you guys have been out here making people's careers,
yeah,
numerous people's careers, like, and for me, meeting you guys is just like an example of like how you should treat people. It's like, yo, so you should help people. Oh, you can come back and give back to the folks. And to me, that's the biggest example I've learned from you guys. If I left everything today, just in life, just like, yo, don't matter where you're at, just, you know what I'm saying? And
no,
that
yeah.
I'm forever grateful for, So
Well,
it's
for me,
crazy.
it's like I've always just been. Listen, if you show me love, you show me good like intentions, I'll treat you 10 times as well. Like if you're good to me, I'll treat you 10 times as good back. Like I'll show you double the love, triple the love. If you're a dick to me, I can be 10 times of a dick to you back as well. It's kind of just like matching the same sort of energy. Like I can tell when someone's genuine and someone's just there to just be a dickhead. So it's like I think for me personally, I've been in your position. I've been in like, like getting banned. It sucks. Like, especially when you don't know who to talk to, or like,
This ain't nobody to
I mean,
talk
I
to.
mean, the thing is, I don't like differentiating myself. And sometimes maybe it just seems like on stream when I do it and like I get pissed off and shit. But when it comes down to it, I don't really like differentiating myself. Like even like the way you say like, oh, you guys have, or like, I'm not gonna talk on behalf of like Changang or anyone. I'm
Yeah.
talking about myself. When you say like, I've made it in the streaming world and you look up to me, this and the third, and like, which I don't get me wrong, I respect it and I appreciate it a lot. But like to me, I mean, we're the same, brother. We bleed the same blood. We're the same. Like, why would I not?
That's
Why would
one
I?
thing. That's one thing that's always been about you, bro. Like you're super humble. Like you're humble to the point where it's like I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. You know who the fuck
Like,
you are, like, and it's good though. Like, don't. And again, that's another example for you, like that I've learned. Like, yo, always like P too, super humble. Like, but at the same time, like, kind of like when I was telling you about in the song, it's like, bro, you earn this shit. Like, you put the
yeah,
work in, like you earned it. It doesn't matter. You're not coming out here and saying you're better than people or this
yeah,
person's
yeah.
alone. But it's like, nah, I earned it. Like I planted my fruits and they flourished. You feel me?
I know,
Like,
I get what you're saying, but it's like if I see you get banned, the thing about me is right, we have like Street Team, we have Hydra, we have like Wu Chang. Like I see all these people like in Street Team. I see like the members, each individual member of like Street Team, Hydra. Like I see them grinding, and I just want nothing but the best for them. I want them to do their best because I guess my in terms of me, my kind of like flexing is me being like, okay, I've made it to this point. I'm big chilling. Like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm still gonna keep going. I'm still gonna create this fun content. But I'm at a point where like I don't have to grind as much as all these other people. I don't have to grind as much as Hydra Street Team streamers. Like even yourself, like you're on the grind. Like I don't need to. I'm at a point where I'm comfortable. As you said, I've like made it, and I know that. But I like to use that as more of like motivation to help other people and kind
yeah,
of like help them on their grind. Because I said this the other day, like everyone's on their own individual path, and it's hard not to compare yourself to others, especially in the streaming world. Especially when you have everyone tweeting about their success. They tweet about hit this many subs today. Thank you so much for this, and that's fine. That's like I'm not. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
But it's hard to sit there and like while you're on your grind, you see all this. It's like hard to stay motivated. So like, I don't know. I like seeing people like from Street Team, Hydra, individually, them just doing their own thing, streaming, grinding it out on every day. Even yourself, like if I can help anyway and like motivate that, it sounds kind of corny and cheesy, but like I try and like help them. That's why like I try help them hack. That's why I try help them. Like even Jalen, like 2 weeks ago, he was telling me, "Nah, brother, I could never hack. I can't do anything." And I know how this game works, man. If you can hack, you're getting in viewers because people want to see you do the hacks. I know how this all works. Trust me. Since
mhm.
day one, that's why I have so much motivation to do things like hacking in game, and that's been since day one because I know like that's the things people want to see. One, I want to prove to myself I can do it, and two, people want to watch that. They want to see people do the hacks. They want see when people drive. They want to see people hold out shoot. They want to see the content, the action. That's why, like, I know what brings in the viewers. I know the funny moments. I know like what I can do to bring viewers in, and obviously it's worked, and I've done it like to a T. And that's why people say I'm like one of the best people are doing everything: role playing to shooting to hacking to driving to just making content. Like I can do it pretty much all. So I know that if I can like pass that down and give motivation to people like you from Street Team to Hydra and motivate them to hack, I know when they go on that job, like Jalen, for example, that guy told me, nah, bro, I can barely speak English. I can't hack. I can't type rectangle purple and all this shit. I can't remember shit. I was like, bitch, it's not like you can't do it. It's like you're lazy as fuck. You don't want to do it.
Mhm.
And what? And for 3, 4 days straight, he was doing it. He completed his first Fleeca hack. He hacked Polito, and I was watching, like I was in his stream, and during them streams, you can see the second he starts to hack, the second he starts doing this, people come into his stream, give him like good comments, like good shit, let's fucking go. They want to see you do well, but people don't capitalize on it. They don't like, and I see it
People
like
want to champion you.
exactly like.
Yeah,
But the thing is, the streamers like in roleplay, like I see them and they don't have that motivation to do something. I'm like, it's so beneficial for you to take 3 days out, learn to hack, and then every time you hack, you're gonna gain that maybe like 100, 200, 1,000 viewers, 500 people will come in to see you hack. Like, why wouldn't you want to learn it? So it's like I try and push people like that to like be like, yo, bro, just do it. If you can't drive, people don't care if you can't drive. If you're a shit driver, you drive from a bank, right? And you're the one driving. People are gonna come to your stream just to see you drive, whether it's good or bad, because they just want to see what you do. And if it ends up being dumb, at least it's funny. Like,
Yeah. So
so if I like, I don't know.
I know what you're saying. Like at the end of the day, don't be afraid because everything is content. It doesn't matter. Even the L is
Exactly.
content. I get you. I get what you're
Exactly.
saying.
Yeah.
So like you know what I mean. You speak on content, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we all understand. Like you're a big content creator, and
Mm-hmm.
like so like what's your future plans? Like I see you going hard on like YouTube and doing that. Do you think you will ever branch out and do other things because you've got the personality, you've got the fan base, you've got the voice, and it's like um I think I personally think you should just be branching out because I in going up. You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
I mean, I can ask you that question, right? Like, how, like, do I need to be doing music? No. Do I need to be putting all this time into like? Because listen, it takes me a long time to get a track out, but I do put a lot of effort behind it.
No,
I
you
make
do, you
like
do.
I do like 50 different takes, 50 different times to make sure like, yo, Solo, is this good? Is this one good? Is that attempt good? Is attempt number 29 good? It's just
You know what's
like I.
crazy? One of my
Mm,
boys, right? He doesn't know anything about like he's in the music world, right? So he doesn't know anything about like GTA or like he just knows all the streamers, whatever, whatever.
yeah.
So when I sent him the Too Nice record, he was like, "Oh, this is dope." Like he said, "It's dope." He's like, "Yo, this guy's a this British rapper," and I said, I kind of explained like I'm like, "Nah, he's a streamer. He does this. He does this." So he went and checked you out, right? And this guy's
Yeah.
like very knowledgeable in the music industry. He's very like, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, his words were to me, he was like, um, if this guy sticks to what he will blow. He will break something. He'll break something new in the industry that hasn't been seen before. And he said, hey,
No
I
way.
said, yeah, I said, I was kind of like, yo, he's kind of like, I don't know if he's really taking it serious. He's like, if you've got to like do all his records for him, you got to just push him to do it because this is something that I haven't seen before. Cause like I sent him the video, right? And
Yeah.
he was looking at all the comments and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, industry wise, like if they looked at this, they'd be like, this guy needs like a record deal, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, and I look at it like, yo, this is something that, like, and I see that you're serious about the music, like all the shit you've done, we don't need to go into that, but yeah, you do go
Yeah.
hard on that shit. And I do think you should take the music side, kind of like, maybe this is your like, like kind of like what you said with the GTA thing. Like, oh, I wasn't taking it serious. I was just there. I didn't really like. Maybe that's just your algorithm in life. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit,
Maybe.
oh fuck, like because you got the voice. Like everybody says it. Like in the records, like yo, this guy has a good voice. Like when you hear Pop Smoke, you're like, oh, like the voice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's
100%.
there's things where like in the music industry, like yo, this dude's got the voice, and like and him even saying a few tweaks here and there, and it's like, look, every record you do, you're improving, and I definitely think it's a different lane, but I definitely think that it's something where it's like this can be a lane for you that nobody's ever, we've had the drill rappers, we've had the fucking it's made it out of the slums, we've had all of this, but we've never seen something like this, and that's why it's so unique because it's unexplainable until it happens. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying, but
Don't
I
don't
mean,
butt, bro. Don't butt.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just doing it for fun and see what happens. I guess you're right. That's just how my algorithm is in life. And if
Yeah,
something comes from it, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just know right now in this moment, I have a lot of fun doing it, and that's why I'm just gonna keep
you
doing it.
can
And
tell. You can tell, bro. You can tell you're enjoying it. Like,
I generally do enjoy it. I even just like, bro, hitting you up, hitting P up, even Sparky, like Wicked, all these other artists, and just going to them like, yo, can you just what you think? I change this? Should I say this differently? Like it's just fun for me. Like I have that even like with YouTube as well, like YouTube music. I just like doing different things, and whether it turns out good or not, hey, at least I tried. Hey, at least I have a song with P Money. If it's good, if it's bad, it's whatever. I have a song with Zolo. If it's good, it's bad, it's whatever. At least I've gone out of my way, and I'm trying to like, hey, and maybe one day I'll be in the studio with P next to him. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Who
Like
knows,
even
bro?
with you,
Who
like
knows? I might come to UK. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Like I don't
It,
know. Like for me, I'm having fun. It's unbelievable that people like P Money. Like when I tell you I grew up listening to him, I'm not just making that up. People can tell by my first interaction with him in roleplay that I'm like starstruck. Like I'm like,
yeah.
holy fuck, I don't know what to say. Like it's crazy to me that I could even accomplish having a song with P. Like that alone, a song with P, whether it's good or bad, is like holy fuck for me. That's like I'm super fucking happy. I'm like even you, like the way you make your music, your all your shit is dope as fuck. You're like you did a song with Tory Lanez. You have all these producers. You have like so much like professional experience in the music world. And the fact that you're gonna do a song with me or we've done a song together, it to me that alone is like holy fuck. Like I've done something good, whether people like it or not. And people will hate it no matter what, right? So it's whatever.
People,
But
you gotta understand, man. There's like, if I don't like something, bro, like I put myself in. If I don't like something, I don't comment on it, right? So
yeah,
if
exactly.
people comment and say something bad about it, it's kind of like, well, you took that time out to do it, so it's like whatever, man. Like that be don't make no sense to me. If I don't like something, I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna watch it, whatever. So,
Yeah, no, I
but
get that.
but it's like you said, P. It's like even having a record with P is huge. Like little stuff like that. Like you know like the producer Jarrell Young. Like he is one of my best friends. But for the like, and there's so much artists I've been like, oh, can we do it? And he'd be like, nah, fuck that. But there's something about you that he fucks with it. I don't know what it is, but he was like, yo, I like this guy. Like, you know what I mean? And he's and he's done records with he had a platinum record with, like, I don't remember if you know Fallout Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did Uma Thurman for them, and he's done the biggest one he's done was the Drake on the Certified Lover Boy Puppy's Home. Like he did that shit from scratch. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
um because we're all originally from Toronto, so like that's like how the Tory Lanez and Drake, all that shit vibes.
yeah.
But yeah, bro, like people fuck with it, man, and that's what I said. Just like, and like again, the new record we have too, like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
P's impressed by it. So
Well, for me, just in life, I don't like being like comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So So it's like I like even doing music. Sure, I'm not trying to be the next fucking rapper. I'm not trying to be even a semi decent rapper. I'm not trying to be like anything big. But if I'm gonna do it and I'm not putting 100% into it, then what the fuck is the point in doing it? You know what I'm saying?
and that's what I
So
like
like,
about you, bro. That's like motivating in itself. Like you always do. Like you don't just, you're like, all right, I'm gonna do
yeah,
this, whatever. And your mindset is like, yo, like people. There's people who won't even try shit because they're like, they'll tell their mind they
they're
can't do
scared
it.
to fail.
Yeah,
Exactly. They don't want to see themselves fail. If I like Bullet Express, like even the way I deliver it now, I cringe at it because I've learned so much. But the fact that I can go back and see, wow, I said this wrong, I did this wrong, I put this wrong. That to me is like self improvement. That's to me like, oh shit, I'm actually getting somewhere. I'm improving because now I can hear myself on Bullet Express and be like, damn, like what the fuck am I doing? So like back then for my level, sure it was good back then, but now I know I can. It can get even better and better and better. And as long as I'm improving and it's fun, I'm enjoying it. Anything that comes after is just a benefit. People liking it, it's a benefit. People hate it, it's a benefit. At least people are listening to it. So it's like, just see what happens, you know?
and yo, again, we're an hour deep. I don't want to keep you too
Yeah.
long. The last question I want to ask you, right? So,
Mhm.
a lot of people talk about it. uh, you know, what's your what is your whole view on like face reveal, and is it something you plan on doing, or is it something that you don't plan on doing?
All right. So, face reveal. That's a good one. Now, I guess I'll go into detail why I don't show my face or why I didn't. As I said, I was in uni a lot. When I first started streaming, Bro, I didn't know nothing about face cam. Couldn't be bothered to any of that. Like I didn't really look into it. I just put my stream up and started streaming and kept going and going. And the thing is, it just kept doing that. Like I just kept doing that. I didn't care about like face cam or like improving. Like I don't know. I just saw no benefits to adding a face cam, and I never did. And I was always anonymous in terms of just online because the internet is just a fucked place, right? So even when I was like on the FIFA community, I was just like chilling, playing and dipping, chilling, playing and dipping. Same like vibe on GTA. I was just got get on, chilling, dipping, and then focusing on uni, IRL stuff, just going out. Like it wasn't that serious thing where I had to like show my face and be all out and try and like be like, yo, look at me, guys. Like it was just never like my thing. I was just on, chilling, dipping. Literally, that's just how I would live. And I'd stream, and stream was just on, and I was still doing the same thing, just getting on, playing and dipping. And then the numbers would grow, and I still didn't have a face cam, and I didn't. And then eventually, it like I grew so big to the point it was like,
Now you're like, oh shit.
Open, why fix it? I can
Yeah,
still keep my
yeah,
privacy.
yeah.
And I get a lot of DMs from streamers. Streamers you won't even think about have DM me saying like, "Yo, bro, I wish I could be at that level and anonymous. I could be so good, like privacy wise, this and the third." And if like one day something happens and my face goes out there, I couldn't give a fuck. Like end of the day, it is what it is. If I ain't too worried about my identity because I know who I am. I know I'm a good person. My personality, everything is the same. I'm the same way I am online in real person. Like I'm still outgoing. I'm still fun. And I don't know where my streaming career will take me. And hey, maybe it turns from a streaming career, like you said, to a rap career or a YouTube career, or like I don't know where it's gonna take me. But if a path comes down to it, and I have to like show my face, and it comes down like, and I have to do all of that, just like with everything else. When it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna try and do some big face reveal because I know if a face reveal does happen, it's just gonna be like a little like tweet, hello, what's good, and then that's it. It's not gonna be like a on this day, 23rd of October, 1925, fucking 9 p.m. I'm gonna release my face, be there, be square. You know, it's none of that. It'll just be like if it happens, it's out there. If it doesn't, hey, then it wasn't meant to be. There's nothing like I've got nothing to hide. Like
I like
hey, I mean,
I
I'm
like
just
the
rolling with it.
I like what you said. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And like I totally understand what you're saying. Like bro, if like some streamers like yo, sometimes you go on stream, you don't even want to show your face, bro. So like if you don't have to, like yo,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like shirt off, fucking chilling. Like I don't want to be like, oh shit, you know. And then you got a fucking big light that makes you sweat. It's
Exactly, yeah.
So, but yeah, I like that analogy. Yeah, exactly. And I think also like the, you know, like the thrill of like not knowing it kills people. It's like, no, I need to know, and then you know they'll you know what I mean. But again, like,
But on that note, I'm just gonna leave it at this. Like, don't expect like some fucking like David Beckham motherfucker to come out and look like a fucking god. You know what I'm saying?
what if you do look like David Beckham? No.
Then yell them, hit me up.
Yo, the girl that been hitting you up already, bro, just from the voice.
I'm joking. But yeah. I'm just fucking around. But I mean,
last question, bro. Last question, right? This is a fun question. This is a fun question. All right. So, you know, you're the king of ERP. You know what I'm saying? We know. And again, this is just, you know, you don't have to answer this question. You don't have to say no names. All right. Has anybody hit you up and like, you know, tried to go OOC with you?
What the fuck kind of question is this?
We gotta have the little spicy questions at the end, bro.
Right. Like seriously, like tried it?
Yeah, like have you like you know, there's groupies and shit. So,
I mean, yeah, there have been people who've tried to like slide into the DMs and like hook it up and try and take it a bit further, find out information, try and play the cool card and find out this and a third. But you know, man, don't get caught lacking like that, brother. You ain't gonna try DM me looking all nice in your profile picture and then catch me lacking and be like, oh yeah, I got you. I'm doing this. I'm like, nah, I don't do that.
So what's your you know, because you be rejecting them and turning them down. Like, are you abrupt with it, or you just kind of like phase out a little bit?
Okay, first of all, the way you're making it seem like is that this happens on a daily and my DMs are getting spammed. People are coming left,
Yo,
right. This is not the case. This is not the case. The few times that has happened, it's a no, brother. It's just like, nah, like I'm not gonna get caught lacking like that. I ain't gonna slip up. I ain't trying to like fucking like I don't care to do any of that shit.
see, so I know you're a real gangster, yo. That's how I know you're a real gangster. You say fuck that, because you know a lot of
Hell
like
nah.
I'm in this server right now, bro, and then like the ERP scripts they have, bro, you would have a troll fest with it, right? And the whole
Yeah.
server is like there's like 120 people in the server, and bro, 90% like they're like it like you like you know like some stuff you can't even stream because it's like TOS, right? And
Yeah.
90% of the server, all there are is just ERP and like it's just crazy to me. It's like they'll just sit there for like 8 hours and like bro, there's a script where you can have like a threesome. That's how crazy it is.
The
So
thing is for me about stuff like that is funny as troll, but it should just be taken as a troll. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I know one, I do it on stream no matter what. I ain't doing the offline bullshit like that.
yeah,
Two, end of the day, man, people are weird. I'm not just talking about in character. I'm talking about viewers as well. They get very, very into like the whole relationship shit, the whole dating shit. Well, to the point they'll have like, oh, this character needs to be with this character. Any other character, fuck them, and this and a third. And I'm telling you right now, relationship RP and the viewers, what they do to it turns it into a different level of like just fuck all that shit.
yeah,
I ain't like they literally turn on certain streamers because their streamer isn't dating this streamer and they feel like another streamer is taking their streamer away from that sort of streamer dating in character and shit. And it's like not even real. Even the two streamers that are just fucking around, they don't give a fuck. So I don't get why
yeah. The
viewers get so
viewers.
invested to the point they're making like they're
I
going they're going all out with it. It's like they're making it seem like it's actual two people dating.
I heard
And it's like
the
it's not like that.
3.0 viewers are like they it was never like this.
It was never like this. Nah, not
Yeah,
never.
it's
It
like
got super, super bad. And I don't know why. And fair enough, you can have your opinions and you can enjoy two characters hanging out and shit. But it gets to a point where they like people are just spamming the fuck out of them, making like all these comments of they should be together. And if any other girl or guy talks to this character, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And they instantly start hating. You just gotta look at it as like one, it's a joke. Two, there's nothing gonna serious ever. Just enjoy life, bro. Don't be worried about sitting on Twitter talking about fucking two GTA characters being together and shit. Like, who gives a fuck, bro? That
and
shit is not important in life. It's not even like I don't know. It's weird to me. Like that shit. I can go on for days about that. But
I
the
got you,
point I'm
bro.
making is anything I do is all a joke, it's all a troll. Nothing serious. You have to enjoy life. You can't be
Nothing is
wasting life.
real, y'all. Nothing is real.
Nothing is real, man. If you're listening and if you have in your fucking Twitter description, uh, some sort of like ship name of two characters and shit, maybe think it's not that deep, it's not that serious. And honestly, it does create awkward tensions between streamers when viewers do that. Sometimes it can get a bit awkward when all you see is go hang out with this guy, hang out with this guy, be with this guy, hang out with this guy, hang out with this guy, blah blah blah. Be with her, why you with her? Blah, blah. It's just like who the fuck gives a fuck, bro? It's two GTA pixel characters that will never have anything IRL. Like, just move on. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. But I'll end it at that.
Yeah.
'Cause I can go on forever for this.
Brother, I
Well,
want
that
to I want to
topic anyway.
appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Yo, this is like, my podcast, I'm starting it up. I'm starting a whole new thing. You're my first guest. And you're my huge guest, by the way. And
No. But I
yo,
appreciate that.
I
Thank you so much for having me as the first guest.
yeah, and like, I just, I just wanted people to hear your story because like even when you told me it's like
Yeah.
like you said a lot of these new viewers don't know shit. So I
No,
kind of
100%.
wanted to be able to like get that out. And again, thank you for even coming in and doing your thing. And any last words you want to tell anybody, the viewers, the streamers, like any advice you want to give to someone that's upcoming, a quick 2 seconds.
Listen, if you're on your grind, don't stop. Keep going. Fuck what anyone else says, right? Just stay on your grind. Keep doing you. Be consistent. And that's it. If you're consistent, you enjoy what you're doing, trust me, the rewards will come. And number two, if you guys want to see a part two of this, I am more than down because I fucking love Zolo. And but in the comments, put questions you want Zolo to ask me. Just like
Yes.
or topics you want us to talk about more if you want more in-depth stuff. If you want a part 2, let us know. Put your comments and all that in the description.
Make sure you
Any
like and
topics?
subscribe, right? Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Show Zolo all the love.